Right, Coach. Go ahead and talk about tonight's victory.
Yeah, I mean, really happy for our team, really proud of our players, happy for everybody associated with the organization just because, you know, I think we went in at halftime, had like 87 yards or something, had 260 or whatever in the second half. And just for where we're at right now, we couldn't have asked for a better time for an open date. And look, we needed to get a game to go into the open date. We'll come out, you know, the way that they have practiced, the way that they continue to fight, the way that they continue to improve. We'll come back 2 weeks from now and we'll be a better football team than what we were today. And it's always been little markers. Look, we had we off to a tough start, right? We'd lost to a 3-1 team, a 5-0 team, and a 4-1 team. You know, and so it was a tough start. And, you know, the other night we had 37 players that needed to get academic work done before the weekend, right? We didn't have to chase down one of them, right? And normally I've been around teams, and when you got an 0-4 start or whatever, that you got chased down half the organization to get them to do stuff like that. So I'm happy for our players. They continue to fight and grind, and they knew we were going to play well. And so I'm happy for them. It was a great night.
Coach, I know you're going to shift all your focus to your players, but, you know, what does this feel like for you? You know, your first one as a head coach, and I know you don't sleep much, but I bet there's been some sleepless nights.
Yeah, I mean, it's hollow a little bit in the fact that, like, the way that it all started. But, look, like, take a list and take a look at who's not here. I know Alex likes to do math from what I understand, and there's, you know, he talks about that we have 17 returning starters, but that's out of 25 because that's counting the kicker and the long snapper. It's not out of 22. We'll take Jack Walsh out, take Eckler out, take Sebastian Harsh out, or not Sebastian, but Devon Harris, take Harrison Whaley out. We lost Wes King tonight. There's no DJ Jones. There's no Devin Body. You just go down the list. And, you know, we had two backup guards and a hobbled center at the end of the game. We were able to run it in and score a touchdown. So really happy for the team. Really happy for our offensive staff. They've been working hard to try to get us jump started, and it was really, really good. So happy that way.
Yeah, how big was tonight just for Evan going forward?
Evan's going to be a really good player at the University of Wyoming. And he needed a breakout of some type. You know, I mean, I realize he didn't throw for 450 yards or something like that. I get that. But what happened was in the second half, we were score. I mean, it was, you know, it was very productive drives. He converted situations, the big run at the end. He was in charge, and he played football tonight. And so, you know, I'm so proud of that kid, you know, and I'm happy for him. Big, strong guy. When he gave me a hug afterwards, I think he about broke my back. But, like, really happy for him and how he performed tonight. And, you know, kind of he can build off of this, and it's certainly good to see.
How emotional was this for the program?
Well, I mean, we needed it, but it was more than anything, like, we needed it because of the, you know, look, there's an expectation around here of how we perform and how we play and that whole thing. And I think maybe as a coach, I underestimated maybe the emotional toll that the BYU game had on us. And then happened to go on the road last week and play a quality team in a banged up state that we didn't perform real well. And so coming out of it, it was frustrating, but we got back to work on Monday, and the team just needed it because they needed a reward for how hard they've worked. There's not been a day since this season started where I've been like concerned about the fact that we've stopped improving or that we came to practice today and went through the motions. We've continued to improve. It's just sometimes, you know, we've been our own worst enemy at times. Tonight, we limited that, and so it helped us a lot. So.
Coach, what was the adjustment coming out of the half? You have those two really huge drives in the third quarter, and just on defense too, shut them down.
The adjustment was go play better. That was the adjustment. It was time to, plant our flag. That was the adjustment. And, the coaches did things. They come out with a good plan, as far as the schematic to it. We just played with a lot more intent in the second half. We flatlined a little bit in the second quarter, more than what I would have wanted. And then in the third and fourth quarter, there was just a lot more force, a lot more intent, and we attacked. And that was the biggest thing.
You had a couple big fourth down calling on the first one, on the first drive, and then the drive there in the third quarter.
Yeah, I guess I probably went for more on fourth down now than my predecessor did already or something like that. Look, we go all the way down the field, and we're 4th and goal at the 2, and we're down 13-7. It's time to go. We needed to get a touchdown there. Field goal, okay, that'd been all right. But I just felt like that would have been self-defeating a little bit. Plus, it was also, okay, if they stop us at the 1-yard line, let's go play defense. We got, a lot of space to play in that situation. So I looked at that one a little bit lower risk in that regard. I would have felt better if Wes King wouldn't have got hurt right before it. But no, it was the players did a great job, and I'm so happy for them. And that's, really what it all comes down to.
Jay, how proud are you to have play keep away in the second half, what Air Force does to everybody?
Yeah, we played cowboy football tonight. And part of it was we played cowboy football because you take a look at like Sam Scott and how he hit holes and how he got downhill in the run game, how Evan got downhill in the run game. And that's, we were 7 of 14 on third down and the 2 of 2 on fourth down. Those were all things that I thought were great for us. We had 3 penalties for the night. So we didn't back ourselves up offensively either. And, so I think that, we played cowboy football and we stayed in it the whole time. We didn't have a lapse. And the lapses have hurt us in previous games. Look, we had a lapse against BYU. BYU's 5-0. They're not bad. And so what happened was we couldn't afford that lapse. And tonight we largely avoided it. We had a little dip in the second quarter that we got adjusted, and I thought our players, they just did a great job tonight, and so I'm really happy for them.
Can you talk more about Sam Scott? Just kind of wondering why we haven't seen more this year.
Well, he's doing this, okay? And I talked to Sam, it was Thursday, I think it was, when I said to Sam, I said, I tell you what, you just continue to become a better player every day right now. He didn't play what you're seeing right now, he didn't play like that in August. He has just all of a sudden hit this upward trajectory, and everything's gotten better. His pass protection has gotten better. His use of his hands and blocking has gotten better. Look, he had the block on the touchdown that TK had tonight. And what happened was in that block, that's also a block that a lot of times guys will grab and get some cheap holding call on it. And he did a great job of avoiding that and got enough of the guy to get us sprung in the end zone. I'm really happy for Sam because it has meant a lot for him to improve. And so I think it's showing right now.
Can we get into DJ's situation?
It's personal.
Okay.
He was not available tonight for personal reasons. And there's no discipline. There was no anything else to it. He wasn't available tonight.
Coach, not many places in America can be 0-4 and have that much of juice. That stadium was packed.
Yeah, we got.
As a competitor, what does that tell you about how much investment is into your program?
We have the best fans in the Mountain West, and I firmly have believed that. And we needed to give them something to be excited about, And look, we weren't happy with the way our season started. We still got a hole to dig out of. We got a lot of work to do, but the players in the program had a lot of work. And what happens is this, I get asked this, your sideline looked dead. Well, when you're not making plays and you're not making stops on fourth down and stuff like that, it kills everybody, right? Like it does. Well, tonight when you're getting stops and you're making plays offensively, the whole thing looks different, right? And look, they've worked their asses off, and they got rewarded for it tonight. And we're going to come back on Monday and on the open date, and we're going to work our asses off next week. And we're going to be a better football team in 2 weeks than what we are tonight. And that's the biggest thing I'm excited about.
Coach, that second half was kind of like that complete team that I thought we had coming into the season. What was the secret? Like, was the secret really effort?
No, I mean, it's the secret on effort. It was just we got some momentum going. We started to make plays. We got some good things. Chris Durr started it with the big run after the catch to start the second half, and then it got everybody going. And that's what look. You go back on a lot of these games. It's just we've needed that push. We've needed that punch. And we hadn't gotten that. Chris gave us that. And then John Mike gave us that on the big over route. And then the fourth down play, getting into the end zone and the whole thing. I just think the whole organization that way to it. But again, like there's a lot of it, that Dwayne McNeely's carried the ball 2 times this year, had 2 different injuries. Wyatt Eckler had double thumb surgery. There's a lot of reasons why the team isn't what I wanted it to be earlier. In that regard. But they keep fighting and they keep working. And we come back to practice every day. And there's been no division. There's been no pointing fingers. I have a group of players that I meet with every Wednesday, 11 of them. Nobody once has said anybody about any other player in the program or talk about. The only thing that they wanted to do the stretch period that we do on night games after brunch today and not after a special teams walkthrough. That was it. That was the only thing that they've wanted different. And so, we all are in it together, and we all take ownership of the situation that we put ourselves in a little bit. But again, like I think going back on it, look, the biggest home game that we've had here in a long time was the BYU game. And it meant so much to everybody. And then to fall short of that, and then all of a sudden you got to go on the road, right? And we played Texas Tech a year ago, had a big win, and we muddled through against a Portland State team that wasn't anywhere close to as good as going to North Texas. So there was a lot of things there. When we got back, we had to refocus ourselves. Thankfully, we're back in a conference game to where we go, hey, you know what? Let's just get to 1-0. Let's get to 1-0, get to the open date. We'll get some people back, and then we go from there.
Jay, how about Caden's third down pass?
Yeah, it was huge. It was a great call, too. And I was, Coach Johnson was very intentional about that. When Caden went in, he's like, I want Durr at F, and we're going, we called the play Memphis, and it was, we were setting the screen up for Chris, and I mean, he caught it and run after catch to it. And look, he's a really good player. And, I think it's again, like, outside of Alex Brown, Will Pellissier, all the skill guys are new, other than John Mike, right? But when you look at, like, you got a new running back with Sam Scott. You've got Chris Durr, TK King, Justin Stevenson. All these guys are new. And so we're finding the places where they can be successful at, and Chris had a big night tonight, and so it was really good to see.
Coach Will had his famous 24-hour rule after a win. Are you following that rule? And
yeah, I mean,
allow yourself to celebrate?
I don't know. I mean, look, when there's more wins than losses, then I'll celebrate a little bit. But for right now, I mean, I'll enjoy it tonight. We've got recruits here. I'll be with them tomorrow morning. This was a good night for them to see. We've got a commit the other day. We've continued to do, like, everything every marker in the program that I'm concerned with, we're hitting right now. And tonight we hit playing good, right? And so we're going to continue to build on that. And like I said, when we come back here in 2 weeks and play again, we're going to be a better football team then than what we are right now. That's all. Yeah. Hell, we might as well keep going. Everybody's been bagging on me so long. Let's answer another question or two. Well, I mean, look, I think we have to reset ourselves, right? And so it was like we play a conference game, we play a rival, regardless of what they say. We call it a rival. So we play a rival, and we wanted to win this game, and I think we felt like, we've let a game get off the hook earlier this year, and we also put ourselves in a situation where we didn't perform for certain stretches. We didn't kill ourselves in the middle 8 tonight. We gave up a field goal before the half, but we answered with a touchdown to start the second half. And it was like, thankfully, we won that part of it. And so there was just a lot of stuff there that the team was very intentional about how they played tonight. And we all wanted to get to 1-0 tonight. It's not a big deal for my situation, anything like that, because we still have more losses than wins, and so that's the way it is.
Did you see it pay off, Jay? You put the score up from this game a year ago during the spring. You practiced with these guys during the spring. Yeah,
I think so. But then all through the week, we put up kind of what we had always done before, and we just put 1-0 on the scoreboard all week at practice. So when all they saw this week was just in the building, on the TVs in the building, was just 1-0, and that'll be up there the next time. And we just control every day. We'll practice 3 days next week. We'll practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and do that. And we'll get better next week. And I think Evan continues to improve. I think our skill guys continue to improve. We're going to get some bodies a little bit healthier, I hope. But we got a lot of work to do that we can still do. We have a great attitude among the team. We have a great chemistry among the team, and I'm proud of them for the way they played tonight.
Do you consider this game?
Okay, all right.
Do you consider this game a rivalry game?
Yeah, I do. I mean, we play them every year. You know what I mean? I think if you play somebody about every year, right? It's at some point you got to call it a rivalry a little bit. Now, I mean, look, for them, they've got Army and Navy and probably the other team that's in their state. But for us, we play them every year. They're a challenge. Look, our players enjoy playing them, okay? Are we always successful against them? No, they've been really good in the past. But our players enjoy playing that style, and it takes, you have to get into a mindset and kind of go to a dark place to go play them for a week, right? It's a whole different type of game. And so, but look, we did good tonight. We were 1-0 tonight. We come back on Monday and try to get better. Okay? All right, thanks. Thank you.
All right, guys, questions for Sam Scott?
Sam, what did that feel like to finally sing Cowboy Joe and have that celebration we heard in there?
It was great. I mean, first and foremost, I just want to give all thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. It was a great experience to be able to just get to the end and come out with a W. And man, I missed that. I really did. And we're 4 games in now, or now 5 games in, but we finally got one in, so hopefully we can keep it going.
Sam, Coach says you're just going like this right now. What's in your game right now that you feel like I'm taking it to this level?
Yeah, I think it's my confidence and trusting my abilities. I think what really changed for me is seeing a picture and remembering it. And so that's what's elevated my game so much.
Sam, obviously everybody's going to kind of look at the running numbers, but how seriously do you take that responsibility of blocking? I mean, you had a bunch of key blocks on a couple of those touchdowns.
It's just as important. It's everything for the offense to everyone to do their 1/11th. And so for myself and everybody else, it's really no different at all.
Sam, for this whole season, Coach has been talking about getting the right weapons in the right places. How does it feel to be one of those guys who's elevated the offense to what it truly can be?
Yeah, it feels great. I'm extremely blessed and grateful for that opportunity and to continue to do that. I can't wait for more.
Sam, how impressed were you with the offensive line, considering you had both starting guards out, and that's when you guys really started to take over?
Yeah, they just showed up tonight. It was just the energy in this place, just finding a way is what we had to do. And the second string guys, they did that, and they showed up.
Sam, Air Force usually plays keep away, and they're the frustrating ones. How proud are you of this offensive unit that you guys were the ones that did that in the second half?
Yeah, just being able to get in the end zone time after time after time, and just being relentless and having the ball played into our favor. Air Force is usually the ones that does that, but no, we flipped the script on that, that's for sure.
Sam, what happened, I guess, what changed at halftime? I mean, obviously, it kind of looked like a different team in the third quarter.
Yeah, it was just the whole team was just creating our own energy in the locker room, and before we started the second half, going out there on that first drive. I think that really set the tone for the rest of the game.
At what point in the week did you know you were going to be the guy, the running back in this game?
It was after last week, so yeah, I was told I was going to start.
Sam, your head coach and your quarterback have gotten all kinds of guff over the last 4 weeks. How proud are you to see the job Evan did tonight, and how proud are you to see your head coach and get him his first win?
I'm extremely proud. I'm extremely proud of Evan. He's a great quarterback, and I got his back, no doubt. And Coach Savell for his first win. That's a big deal, and he'll remember this for the rest of his life. And I can't wait to get him more, for sure.
That's good.
Yep. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Sam. Connor, you guys saw Air Force's score from last year during spring on the board. You guys practiced with them in the spring. Did you see that pay off today?
Yeah, I mean, last year that was a tough loss, and that really motivated us. And even like during the offseason, we had that score up on the board, so we were thinking about this game for a long time. And we knew it was a big game. It's a rivalry game for us, and we were going to come out hot no matter what.
Is this like a turnover belt?
Yeah, it's just a good luck charm right here.
Connor, I mean, Air Force had a couple really long drives in the first quarter. I mean, what kind of adjustments did you guys make just to get off the field faster?
I mean, we'd go over those Padlets that we have this year are very helpful because we can see where to line up and what to adjust. So we would just go over to the sideline, stay calm, stay composed, and just, fix. It was mostly like alignments. And, whether we got to get outside the tight end a little more or whether we got to jet to the quarterback, anything like that. So we would just look at the tablets, get adjustments fixed on the spot.
Well, that second half, the defense looked really good. Outside of that touchdown that was given up off of that penalty.
Mm-hmm.
What really clicked for you guys in that second half?
We just knew going into halftime we were going to have to come out with a lot of energy and play passionate, and that's what we did. We knew we needed to get a 3 and out to start the second half. That's what we did. Our offense came out, scored the first drive of the second half, which really gave us a lot of energy. And, all in all, it was just a team effort, team win.
Well, speaking of that passion and energy, going forward, knowing what that feels like, how much is that going to benefit you guys further in the season?
It's going to, for sure benefit us a lot. I mean, we wanted a win, we needed a win, and we're just going to improve off of that and keep getting better and keep moving forward.
What was Coach's message to you guys at halftime in the locker room?
We're in this game. Stay in this game. We have them. We're down. Offense. Let's get a drive in. We're down by one possession, and just come out with more energy than them, play a full 60 minutes, which is what we talked about before the game. We got to finish the game. We can't just start the game.
Connor, what did you think about Burton Holy, the flag on Burton Holy there at the end?
The ref's going to make his calls. I don't know, if it was the right call, but, it definitely hurt. But, we bounced back as defense. Obviously, that drive didn't go as planned, as well as we wanted it to. But, that's not on Bert. That's just, playing hard, playing with passion, and, he's gonna be fine from that.
Do you know if he said something? Is that maybe what the call?
I was dropped out in pass coverage, so I didn't really know what happened, to be honest. I think he just was on the quarterback for a little longer than he should have been, after he got him down. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure what exactly happened over there, but shoot, yeah.
With how the injury bug has been, how did it feel to watch the younger guys step up and it contribute?
Yeah, no, they stepped up big time. Everyone on this team is capable of playing at a high level, and we're going to trust anyone we put out there. So I think the younger guys did a great job, and they're going to continue to do a good job.
That's good. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Questions for Jay, Mike?
Mike, you obviously were pretty upset after that North Texas loss. I mean, how good does it feel to be standing up here after a win?
It feels great, and I think everyone feels pretty good right now. I was already in a good mood from the Royals making the postseason yesterday, and we knew coming into this game. I think everyone kind of knew this is a big one. We need to win this, and we did. We played best game of the season. That guy right over there, Evan, played his balls off, and it was fun. It's really fun playing football competitively and winning. So, yeah.
How proud are you of this offense that you guys were able to play keep away and keep the ball, and not only keep the ball but score there in the second half and kind of give Air Force some of their own medicine a little bit?
It was awesome. Our O-line and Sam and Evan, they ran. They just kept running, and it was awesome to watch. And that's what won us the game, our O-line and that push, and Sam just kept going.
Evan really snuck a couple into you. It's in this game. How much does your guys' personal connection kind of contribute to you guys trusting each other in those situations?
Yeah, we have that connection, and we've talked about that for a long time. And to be able to go out and do it in a game instead of just in practice all the time, and with living together and all that, it's just makes it so much more fun, and it's sweet to see and sweet to do, obviously. Yeah.
Jay, my coach talked about redefining things offensively last week after North Texas. That included TK, yourself, Sam Scott. Tonight, even Chris Durr stepping up a little bit. What does that mean that you guys all contributed to this win?
Oh, it's awesome, and I think everyone's heard of Chris and what he's done in practice, and tonight you got to see a little bit of, he's just a playmaker. He's young and confident, and just goes out and makes plays, and I think we'll be seeing more of that going forward, and it was just fun. There's nothing left to say. It was just fun.
Yeah. How good is the timing of this bye, just with obviously the injury situation, all kind of on both sides?
It's perfect. We got some banged up guys. We played 5 tough games, and this bye week will be big to get some guys healthy and just keep the momentum going, staying locked in. We're going to celebrate this, but we're coming back on Monday and we're rolling.
Well, as you guys move forward, what's something that you want your guys on offense to hold on to as you continue to try to improve?
I think tonight we saw really good. We kind of honed in on our identity. We're running the ball, and on third down we're going to make plays in the pass game, or whenever whoever's number is called in the pass game, we're making plays. We have full trust in that guy right over there and everything that the coaches are doing. So tonight was really, really good for the offense and the team as a whole, and just everyone, and getting this win. And we're going into bye week now. Guys will get healthy, so keeping the momentum going.
When the fans came down onto the field after the game, was it a nice reminder that they do really care about you guys?
Yeah, there was no doubt. We love our fans, and we got the best fans in the conference, and we all know that. And they're huge in our success at home. They bring it every single Saturday we play in the war, and it was I kept thinking to myself, let's soak this up. Like, that was a big win, rest of the field, and so fun, and just seeing all the fans happy, it's awesome.
How are the Royals going to do in the playoffs?
Well, every year we've made the playoffs, so we've made the World Series, so that's the expectation.
Appreciate it.
Good? All right.
Thank you.
Evan, I guess, kind of same question as for him, but how's it feel to stand up here finally after a W?
It feels great. It's a great feeling with the guys, just seeing all of our faces, light up. And I think the biggest thing is, remember how this feels. So, take all that, take this feeling, like I said, and just keep moving forward with it.
How much do you feel like, obviously this locker room was pretty loud after the game. How much did you guys need this?
I think it was much needed. Not starting the way, this year how we wanted. I think a win like this is huge, especially a conference win, conference opener. I think, the only way up, the only way from here is up. And that's the biggest thing. So, yeah.
As a leader on this team, what does it mean to you? Everyone I've interviewed has talked about they're always behind you, they give you words of encouragement. What does it mean to you to have that faith by all of your teammates in you?
It means everything. Boosts my confidence for sure. I got their backs, they have my backs. I really appreciate all those guys. I love them to death.
Evan, you were over 70% today. Some huge third down throws. What kind of just changed in this game for you?
Putting a lot of that trust in my guys, going out there and taking advantage of the opportunities that we had. We knew Air Force was going to take advantage of the ball. Keep a lot of the possession, and we told them, we really honed in on this week. Like, we got to take advantage of every opportunity we have, and I really think we did that tonight.
You look at across the country, and 0-4 teams, people ban, and you look at how invested that stadium was. What does that do as like a reminder of how important and the culture of Wyoming football?
I think kind of just, backpacking on what John Mike said. We feel that the fans behind us, we have the best fan base in the conference. And that, like he said, that leads to a lot of our success. They're going to come pack the war every weekend we're here. And, I love it. It's awesome.
Evan, what can you say about Rex Johnson and Alex Kahn? Because it seemed like after you had to have both backup guards, and it's when you guys really started dominating.
Yeah, two guys stepping up, taking advantage of the moment, capitalizing on their opportunities. And I love those guys. They did a great job tonight, and I'm proud of them for stepping up.
You're coming out into the second half, trailing again, but this time you guys are able to get over that hump. What clicked to be able to finally do that?
So we kind of emphasized the whole week, you got to win the 8 minutes, the last 4 minutes in the, the first half and the first 4 minutes in the second half. And I think that was the biggest thing going into it. We came in the locker room, we're like, we are going to win and dominate these first 4 minutes. And we truly did that. We got the ball to start and we kept it rolling.
How emotional is this for you personally?
It's emotional. It's very emotional. It's a great feeling, like I said earlier, and we're going to take it and we're going to ride it and we're going to go along with it.
Kind of piggybacking off that, Evan, how much does this weight on you? You're the quarterback, so you get the glory, but you also get the criticism.
Sure. It's a little bit of weight, but that's what comes with the position. And yeah, it's just kind of. It's a big job, but it's nothing's too big, nothing's impossible. So.
What do you take from your performance today, going forward here into the rest of the conference?
I think it's just the same approach and the same mindset. We're going to come back Monday. We're going to work harder than ever. The same cowboy tough mentality, the same 1-0 mentality, and just keep that moving forward throughout the rest of the season.
Evan, you had a big run back in the second half to start things off. What kind of led to that? Because you finished off the day with like 70 rushing yards. Seemed like you started running the football a little more than here recently. So what kind of led to that?
I'm a big guy. I'm a bigger body. Just kind of giving me the ball. Taking advantage of the opportunity. Go use my build and my athleticism, and just go dominate and run the guys over. So.
Evan, I want to go back to that final touchdown. Do you want to walk me through that? Your celebration there?
Just getting really excited. It's funny. Andrew Peasley, last year, he's like, you got to work on your celebration a little bit more. You can't just, you got to do something. But kind of that same deal. Just, a lot of emotions, rushing through me, and just kind of, screaming my head off. So.
Evan, does that helmet fit all right?
I need to tighten it a little bit more. I'm sure the equipment people will be on me on Monday. So.
Speaking of that, Evan, though, I know you guys are close in the quarterback room. How proud of you just how proud of Caden were you to see him come in and make that third?
That's awesome. I mean, for him to come in and step up and, you know, stand in the pocket and make that play and take a hit, that's unbelievable. He's a great kid. He's a great player. He's a stud. And it's great, you know, to have him come in and, you know, do all that.
You guys good?
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, Evan.
Thank you.